this is Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, and today is June 30th, Thursday, and it is episode number 16. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for joining me today, for subscribing, for liking, sharing the videos. I'm having a great time filming and keeping track of all of my progress, along with hearing from all of you guys and your projects on here in the comments, along with on our Facebook group, Sweetwater Stitcher. So if you're on Facebook and you're not part of the group, head over there and you can join. Just make sure that you answer the question, which is, who is your favorite cross-stitch designer? And many people, they write, I have too many to name, or they name a lot, which is great. And I love reading the ones. A lot of times it's a lot of the same designers that I like, along with other people in the group. But just make sure that you answer the question so that I know you're a cross-stitcher and that you're coming in the group to share and to be inspired. You can also find me on Instagram at Sweetwater Stitcher, where I have been trying to post progress on some of my projects, but I also am trying to show on my Flosstube and then post on Instagram. Sometimes I can't control myself and I have to post on Instagram first, but I have posted a few sneak peeks in the Facebook group to those who have joined, and then I'm going to show today my finish. So it did just start raining. Hopefully it won't get too loud, but if you hear some noise, that's what's going on outside. So I wanted to go ahead and start off with some previous finishes, and tomorrow is July 1st, which is starting Christmas in July, or Jolly July stitching for a lot of people. There were some people who commented last week who aren't gonna stitch Christmas, which is great too. There's everyday stitching. Some people are starting Halloween. Some people are just catching up with their whips, which are all great things. The main thing is just stitching. I know for me, it is my way of relaxation and my way to decompress. So if anything, just getting yourself able to sit down and stitch and enjoy our hobby. So I wanted to show, these are some ornaments from, I believe all of them are from this past Christmas from Stitching with the Housewives. And I don't have the charts, I just pulled these out of a box, but I wanted to show them for some inspiration. And in case you have either already stitched them and you haven't finished them, or you're planning to do ornaments for Jolly July, I know they will probably be coming out with some new ones, and they'll have finishing inspiration as well, which that's where my inspiration for these have come, but I just wanted to share. So this is I'll Be Home for Christmas, and this was one of the, I think it was a tier tray tidbit, and I just have it on, I have 2 pieces of sticky board, and some of them I'll show you one other. I didn't get to the rickrack on the sides, but I tried to put mini rickrack in on the sides to cover up the gap between the 2 pieces, because on my back I have sticky board with ribbon and a little wreath, and you don't have to put this on the back. And then this is the it's a piece of floral wire with these beads from Amazon that were linked in their Amazon shop, the Stitching with the Housewives. So I bought that. The ribbon I know is from Walmart, from the Christmas section, and the wreath I think was from Michael's, maybe, in like the scrapbooking section. So that's the first one. And then this one is a tier tray, and I think it was called, sorry, 'Tis the Season maybe, or 'Tis the Season to be Jolly. All of these are PDFs in their Etsy shop, and I'll link it below. And again, with the back. And I feel like these were like at the same time, and that's why I put them with the same fabric. And I'm trying to remember what I did exactly. This one is, I think this is a free chart on Priscilla's blog. This was from her birthday, if I am remembering correctly. And this one, I did do the rickrack. So this is Lori Holt's small rickrack, I think is what it's called. And it fits perfectly. And so I have it going all the way around. I don't have it at the top because I have the hanger. And then I have on the back. But this hanger was perfect to go on my tree. And all of these went on a skinny tree in my bedroom. That's why they were all in a box I could easily get to. And this was on I dyed this fabric myself, but similar to the color that Priscilla had done. This one is called Be Jolly. And I know that this was from this year. Same idea. I did the rickrack on the side with the black on the back. And then one more, and this one was Here Comes Santa Claus, and I used the stitching stripes, and I made it a little bit longer at the bottom so I could put the ribbon, and I did do the rickrack on the side again, and then on the back I had the same. So I tried to keep the front fabric and the back fabric the same. And then I think I made like the ones that kind of went together. I used the same fabric to kind of coordinate the ones, the 4 or 5 stitches that all went together and the releases. And they might be in my box, I'm not sure. I did do a couple of the Dapper Doodads, I believe, and I don't remember if I made them into ornaments or not. I think I might have just done the tier tray ones. So let me set those to the side. But that's a little inspiration for some small pieces. Those take a couple hours to do, so you could spend like 2 nights and maybe be able to get those done. And the ones that were on the dark fabric, that was 14 count chalkboard black fabric. So that is my previous finishes for some Christmas inspiration. And then this was my main focus this week, was working on, let me get the chart for you guys. This was a new chart by Screen Door Needleworks, and it's called Florida. And she has a Texas one as well. And she's working on Utah, I believe. And her plan is to do more states, but is slowly working on those. So this was what the chart looked like. And I will show you mine in a second, but you'll notice that I took the wave off and I took the flag off. This is the Florida flag. And I just added, I made this a solid color. I added another color here and have this here, just to make it so this was more just like kind of a sunsetty rainbow colors. And then I do have the orange and the flowers. So I stitched this piece using these colors, which I'll list them below. They're by Color and Cotton. So here are my colors. And I had all of these from the Color and Cotton Club, and I had bought a few to do another stitch along that I since have decided to not continue doing. But so I had a lot of bright colors, that's what kind of started my inspiration. But I told you last week I was going to make it into a stitching mat to have on the table at a retreat, and I did that. So here is my mat. Let me show you the finish of the cross stitch first. This is my cross stitch finish. It is on 25 count white Lugana using the colors I showed. And again, I'll list them below. And then I completely made this up. So I am going to preface this with, if you are interested in knowing any of the measurements, I am more than happy to draw out a sketch and write the dimensions in, and I'm happy to send that to anybody. But if nobody wants to know, then I'm not going to write a pattern or do anything. But I'm more than happy to share it with you if you're interested. I do know that the size is a 16.5-inch square. And I have another stitching mat that I got from, I can't think of who the people are who it's from. I'll link them below though. They make a Stitchy spot. And so I went off that sizing and I made it a little bit bigger than that to sit on the table because I wanted to have some other things on it as well. And that's kind of where I came up with the sizing. But this is about a 5-inch square. It's a little bit bigger. And then I sewed, this is all the polka dots, and you can see down in my pocket. So I sewed some pieces around, and that's kind of where I started. And then I wanted some other Tula pink fabrics on the side. I sewed a pocket, so there's a pocket here, the front, and here. And then I was talking to Chantel from 141 Design Company, and she said, oh, you should have like a thread catcher. So I happen to have the, this is hurting my arm. I happen to have the snaps here. So I just made this, and I can, let me take it off, unsnap it, and it's just a piece of fabric with batting on the front, and I can fold it and stick it inside my pocket. And then I was going to sew a magnet in, and I forgot. I was going to put it up here, but I just have a needle minder, and this is another pocket, so I can put it there. And I had some scissors. Of course, now I don't know where they went, but I put the scissors right there. But this is what the back looks like. It's just, and I just did some straight line quilting. I did all of this on my machine myself. It was not difficult. It was a lot of just straight lines, and nothing met up. So none of my seams had to match, which was great. And there is a little bit of batting in my pockets to give them a little bit of stability. And I did quilt the pocket area just so that there's a little more stability. But I love this, and I cannot wait to use this at my retreat, which I forgot to tell you guys about last week. I am going at the end of July to the Bare Bones retreat with Brick City Cross Stitch. So if anyone who's watching is also attending, it's the last weekend of July, let me know, and I'd love to meet you. So, and you can see this in person, but I'm really excited. And then let me find, where did my other little thing go? In the process, well, maybe, oh, here it is. This was a pocket, and I didn't like it. So I turned it into a little trash can that you could put a needle minder on the inside and hang it on a magnetic board. So this is just some twill ribbon that has measuring tape on it. And then this is some other Tula pink fabric. But I had forgotten to put batting in it and whatever. So I just sewed it together and made a little trash can for my orts. So that was this was my main whip along with my Folly finish as well. So that was what I spent a lot of time doing this week. My other whips are this pattern, which I bought from Treehouse Fiber Arts, American Sailboat Sampler, and this is by Artful Offerings. And I did a little bit more on this. And also somebody did comment that the tutorial was helpful, showing you how to do the stitching in the hoop. I hope that it was. I'm still trying to find the right equipment to put I use my phone to record, but the right equipment to film from the top view or something like that. So I'm still trying to find that to help with my recording of my tutorials. If anybody has any recommendations, please leave them in the comments, but I'm still trying to find that. So I hope that that was helpful to everyone. But this is like a very little more progress. I finished putting in some more of the stripes in the Sailboat. And I think I am going to maybe move over and work on this part next. I haven't really decided. I want to continue working on this project because I really do enjoy it and I like this linen, which I was going to see if it's from Legacy Fiber Arts. This was all a kit. And of course, oh, I did write it down. This is the 36 count New England gray. And it is a little bit bluish, but it's really, really pretty. And I had enough, because she sends you a fat quarter. I have enough to do another project I want to work on as well. And I think I mentioned this last week. I wanted to try that color out and see what it looked like. And I think it's beautiful. And I love all of the Legacy Fiber Arts fabric as well. And they mentioned me on their video too. But I love Rachel and Sue. I love watching their video. Their floss tube is called Floss Toss. And they have a video, I think it's every other Thursday. But they're really fun to watch together. And both of their companies are great. So my other whip for this week was I was able to start on this, the pattern sampler, which is the Stitch Along with Susan Aki and Wendy Shepherd. And I'll link their Instagrams below. And the hashtag is hashtag Susan and Wendy Sal. And this is a super low price PDF on Etsy, and I'll link it below as well. And I was waiting for this Aurifloss pack to come in, which is Wendy's Indigo pack. And I'm using both of these, which Wendy's using both of them as well. And Susan is just using the red, which has all of these colors in it. And this is part of my haul, but I'll show because I was using it. And let me put these other two in there. And Wendy's comes with Aurifloss and Aurifill, and these are her colors. So the top ones are more for sewing, and these are the Aurifloss. So I started off with the top, and I just got a little part done yesterday, and this is how far I got. So I'm not sure exactly if I'm going to use the same color combinations for each time I make a block with those colors, or if I'm gonna switch it up completely. I haven't decided, but I just figured I'd start, do a little bit each day on this one. And Island Time Quilter, or Island Time Quilting, I can't remember which one. I will link that below as well. She is also following along, and that's kind of how I got into doing it as well, which I love it. And I love Aurifloss, and I love Susan Aki too. And so I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, she started hers and is working on that. So I'll link them, all of those below, and the stitch along with the hashtag. And that was all of what I worked on. Oh, one more thing. I forgot to show this last week. So I am in the Teresa Kogut Patreon tier 4, and tier 4, which I forget what she's calling it now. Of course, she doesn't write it on here. But this is, tier 4 is doing a mystery stitch along, and it is called Strawberry Manor. And I've seen some other floss tubers showing this. She has released the whole border along with this portion up here of the house. And I am stitching along, and I'm using, it's Marbled Hazelnut, I think. Let me see. Yes, Marbled Hazelnut by XJU Designs, 32 count. And I started on the border, and I just have a small start on the border. But this is my progress, and I hope that the color is coming through. And I did change a couple of the colors. I think it was some of the reds. But I'll kind of share that as I get more done. But she's, I think it's like once a month for, I feel like it's like 8 months that she's releasing. And I have it in my Painted Leaf Co. Teresa Go Get bag. Yep. Making sure I'm not showing the chart. But if you are at all interested in Teresa's patterns, I highly suggest going and becoming a Patreon. Other levels, you don't have to join the top level, but other levels that you get free, you're paying, but it's well worth the amount of benefits you get. Charts each month, access to a secret shop that has only past Patreon charts you're able to purchase, and you get a discount in her Etsy shop. So I'll link her Patreon below, but I highly suggest joining that as well. So that is all of my whips and what I worked on. And then I wanted to go ahead and show my haul, and then I'm going to talk about my plans. I already talked about my large pieces for Christmas in July, but I have a couple other things that I'm going to work on that I wanted to share also. So my haul, first starting with this was the first thing I got. This actually came today. This is from Parish Farm Girl, and this is, I don't want to show my address, but this is her Etsy shop, Parish Farm Girl. And I forget who I saw this. This was from somebody else's Flosstube. I forget who it was. But it is this most adorable pincushion with the little strawberry. She has a lot of choices in the fabrics. All of them are like red and white. So cute. But I decided to get this because I was watching Annie B's folk art last week, and her daughters are on there with her, and her daughter Chelsea had made, which I'm still on the hunt for, like a little basket that has a handle, but she made a little stitching basket to sit by her chair. So I found this basket at Michael's. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it will do for now, because I'd like it to have some type of like a little handle. So if I'm able to go to a vintage market or something like that, I'm gonna look for a Longenberger basket that has a handle or something. But this is good for now. So I wanted to have a little tomato pincushion to go inside of my basket. This is this is a plastic Lori Holt mason jars, which is where I'm putting my orts in. I have my scissors with my protector on the end, which is also from Lori. And then in here I have my corner gauge. I have some Post-it notes, a pen, and then I have some of my library cards, which I shared last week, in case I need to write down anything. And then I have, which I need to put the hole punches, but I also had my thread drops in there for if I was somewhere and I needed to put my DMC on the thread drops, I could do it and kind of have this all together. Chelsea also, she has like a clothespin, a vintage clothespin on hers where she hangs her floss from, but I don't have that yet. I'm kind of waiting to get my other basket. So that is what I have so far, but that was my main haul. I did buy this basket also, and it's just from Michael's. It was on super sale. And then what else? I'm in the linen club at Fat Quarter Shop, the Witch Help. So this month I just got this today, was beautiful beige, which is perfect for a project I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to work on. And then this was a kind of a random find, and I don't even know how I got on this, but I wanted to look through some of the old Just Cross Stitch magazines to find, I think I was looking for a Blackbird Designs or something. So I went on to Amazon, and they have these CDs. And so I have 3 of them. This one is just cross-stitched 2001 to 2010. And so it has all of the regular magazines and the Christmas ornament from that year. So I found a lot of good stuff. And I'm going to try to print some this week. I saved a lot of them to my phone. And I'll try to show some of the ones I found next week. And this was the 2011 to 2015. And then I just got the Halloween one also, just to see. This is 2011 to 2014. So they're all PDFs. You can put, they're CDs, so you have to look at them on your computer. But then I have a Mac and then I have an iPhone, so I can airdrop them to my phone. And then I go through them and print what I want to print. And the reason I print them is so that I know what I have. If I didn't print them and I just left them on my phone, I'd never remember that I had some of the patterns. But they have a lot of well-known designers that put little treasures in these magazines. So I highly suggest, if you're interested, getting them. They're really inexpensive on Amazon for the amount of patterns you're getting. And like I said, I'll try to print some of the ones I found that I'm interested in getting to, and I'll show those next week. And then I got a few charts. I got this chart, Plum Street Samplers, Sewn in Friendship. And I have the other one, the other half, from Heartstring Samplery. And this is, let me show you if you aren't sure. This is a little bit, let's see when this is from, 2020. So one half is from Plum Street and one is from Heartstring Samplery. And I really want to stitch these. And this is what I'm going to use that Legacy Fiber Arts linen for. And then I'm going to do, because I think they say that they don't exactly have the same colors, but I'm going to try to coordinate them enough. And I'm going to make them into 2 pillows and then have the pillows next to each other. So that's something that I would like to get to. Just kind of a fun everyday stitch. And then when I ordered from Fat Quarter Shop the Orifloss box, Heart and Hand patterns, which I think it's just through today, were on sale. So I'm not sure when, hopefully this video I can get up tonight and some people can take advantage. But I'll post this on Instagram too in case you are interested. I was able to get these couple patterns from Heart and Hand on sale. Bluebird Sampler. And she also has Redbird, which I have all as well. And then this is the Halloween Doodles, which I thought was so cute. And Friendship Garden. And I love this so much. So I wanted to get this and hopefully stitch this soon also. One of the months I think I'm going to focus on doing some friendship patterns because I think they're so pretty and they have so much meaning. Even if you're keeping them or if you're gifting them to a friend, they just remind you of the friends. And I've made so many friends through Flosstube and through Instagram. And some of them I've never even met in person, but I feel like we've known each other for forever just because we're connected by cross stitch, which I think is really cool. This is one other thing I found at Michael's and I thought it would be really fun for a finish. It was this book. It's like a paper book. And I thought this was a cool color and I'm gonna put a cross stitch finish on the front. And you could do it either way. But I thought that was a cool find. And there was a couple different sizes of this. But this seemed like it would be, it doesn't have the size. But it seemed like the kind of the medium size. And I could easily cover it with a board and fabric and all that stuff. So that was my other fun find. And then I think that was all. And then I have 2 thank yous. I received this lovely card from Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. And she sent me some floss, Buckeye Scarlet, which I have been looking for this everywhere. And I can't find it, so thank you. I will put this to good use. So Nancy had won a giveaway and was just saying thank you, which it always brings a smile to my face when I get mail. So thank you so much. And then also I had sent some vinyl that I wasn't using to Julie, who is at jweston1959 on Instagram, because she makes project bags, and I wanted to give it to someone who I knew would use it. And she sent me a thank you of this awesome watermelon bag. So I quickly put all my stuff in it, and this is like my bag with my needles and other things I carry from place to place with me. So thank you so much, Julie, and I love it. She has her daughter, who is Mrs. Jones Stitches on Instagram. Julie, the mom, she makes project bags, project kind of cases, needle books, all kinds of stuff. And then Holly, her daughter, who's at Mrs. Jones Stitches, she posts them for sale. So go give both of them a follow. I'll link them below, and look out for their next bag sale because they have some awesome bags. So thank you so much again, Julie. I already messaged you, but I also wanted to say thank you. And to Nancy, thank you. All right, then I wanted to talk about 2 projects that I am going to be starting in addition to my Jolly July. And also with my Jolly July, let me see if I have it down. I don't. Okay. I am also going to add, potentially working on, if I get in the mood, to work on the Christmas trees from from Liz Matthews that I started, the 12 Days of Christmas, and the Annie Beez stocking ornaments. I haven't gotten back to them, but I want to, so I'm going to probably work on those. And I will link the stocking club. It's with Crazy Annie's Stitchin on Facebook. And last time I heard from Annie Beez, she said there were a few openings. So I'll link the information below if you want to check it out. But the ornaments are really cute, and I'll show those next week because I think I might work on one of them later tonight. So those are 2 things that I think I'm going to add in with my other larger Christmas projects. And then Chris, who is at Camping Stitcher on Instagram, she is having a big birthday in July. And I was watching her Flosstube, which if you haven't watched, you should go check her out. She has a lot of the same taste and samplers, and she's either has stitched or is stitching a lot of the same things I am getting into. So I enjoy watching her videos, and so she's having a big birthday in July. So July 1st, tomorrow, she is starting Consider the Lilies, which if you know that project from Heartstring Sampler, it's very big. So she's having a big birthday, so she's starting a big project. And so I am going to start my big project tomorrow along with her, and I will share the hashtag in a minute. But my big project is Anne Uffindell by Hands Across the Sea. And this is quite large. So I have a very big piece of fabric for it. I'm doing it on 32 count with the called for DMC. And I'll show that in a minute. I am using 32 count Winter White by Seraphim. And these are the colors on it. It's very pretty. And I also have a floss tag or a ring from Rika, who is House of Stitch and Stash on Instagram. And it has the pattern on there. So I love this so much. I think that the flowers are beautiful, and I'm sure many of you have seen it in person. But I got my pattern from Hollis Hand Creates on Etsy, and there's also a sister, her sister, Isabel, and I have that as well to eventually do. but I love this pattern so much, and it's in my beautiful bag from Michelle Lee Quilts. So I am starting this tomorrow. I was very intimidated. I wanted to start it. I haven't gotten up the courage to actually get it started. So when Chris was talking about it and she said, stitch any large project, I said, that's when I'm starting the project. And also I know that Kari from Tiger Lily Designs, her and her friend, who I can't remember her friend, I will find it and I'll link it below. They're also starting a large project. I think it's Hands Across the Sea or it's Fox and Rabbit. I can't remember, but they're starting it tomorrow also. So, and they have a different hashtag, but it's the same idea. It's a large project. So she says either stitch along with what they're working on, or if you have another large project. So Chris's hashtag is hashtag BAP for BAB. And so use that hashtag. I'll link it below as well. If you have a large project to start and follow along with us, or maybe you have Consider the Lilies, or you have Anne Uffindell, and you just haven't gotten it started, join us in stitching a large project. And then my other project, which I tried to print, I could not get it to print, but it is, and I will read from my notes. Lindsay from Primrose Cottage Stitches, she sent out a newsletter today. So if you're not subscribed, go and subscribe to their newsletter. She is starting a new stitch along called hashtag Flags on the 4th. She already created one flag stitch, and it has, the design actually has 3 flags within the chart. And she is making them all into separate flags. And her vision is to have a dough bowl full of flag stitches, which I love that idea so much. And there is a pattern by Rosewood Manor called Old Glory, which I have on order. And it is a large pattern with a whole bunch of flags. And I saw somebody else, I feel like it was Carol from Saltbox Stitcher, or it might have been, I can't remember now. They were showing it and saying it would be really fun to stitch all the flags separately. So I got that to add in with this stitching. And so the whole point is to choose different fabrics, choose different red, white, and blues that go together, and stitch flags to go together in a dough bowl. All different sizes, shapes, however you envision a flag, American flag. So again, the hashtag is hashtag Flags on the 4th, and I'll put that below just so that you guys see, because the 4th is the number 4. I know Christy with Java Girl, she's following along. And then Lindsay is going to be making announcements on her YouTube, along with on the @Primrose Cottage Stitches Facebook, or not Facebook, Instagram page, her progress. But I am going to participate, and I bought the chart today from Lindsay, and I'm going to use some of my beautiful beige. And then I had bought this from Fat Quarter Shop. This is 28 count Avocado from Fiber on a Whim. I'm going to use some of this, and I'm just going to pull different fabrics. And then I think the floss I'm going to use is the 2 Floss boxes from Suzanaki and Wendy Shepherd, and pull blues from there, and then just use a white Floss for the white part. So all of that is just an ongoing sal. And I like that idea because then you don't feel the pressure to get the flag done before a certain holiday. And you can just stitch them, get them in your bowl. I am thinking about setting up a special area where I have kind of Americana out all the time. I still have to figure out where that's going to be, but that was another idea I had. So that is all of my stuff. So let's go ahead and announce the giveaways from last week, and then I have a couple for this week. So from last week, the giveaways, Thank you so much for getting me to 5,000 subscribers. I couldn't do it without you guys watching. So, thank you guys again so much. Thank you for all the comments, all of your what you are stitching or aren't stitching in July. But my winner for number 1, which was like the everyday stitching, is Barbara Davis. Barbara Davis. And email me at sweetwaterstitcher@gmail.com that you won and your address. Number 2 was Janine Liebig, Liebig. Janine Liebig, I'm not quite sure. Sorry for butchering your name. Number 2. Number 3 was Elizabeth Seltzer. Number 4 was Gloria Rickley. This was number 4, Gloria Rickley. Congratulations. And number 5 was Beth Visick. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you for those who entered. And I hope you guys enjoy your packages. Send me your information and I will get those into the mail sometime before next video. I did get the other ones out in the mail today from the previous video. So I'm trying to get them out at least by the next video. So for this week, I have 3 giveaways. Number 1, oh, and let me preface. The first thing is you need to be over the age of 8 to enter the giveaways. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, be over 18 because I have to ask for your address. Also have a U.S. postal address. If you live overseas, I do have one PDF that you can enter for. And then if you live overseas but you have someone in the U.S. that can receive your mail, I'm more than happy to send it to them. But I am only able to ship within the U.S. for right now. And that's all. And then for this week, I don't really have a question. So just if you want to comment what your favorite part of the video is, if it's the previous finishes, the finishes, whips, haul, what do you like best about either my video or other people's videos? And then that will kind of give me a better understanding of what part you guys like the best of the videos. So that's a fun question and one I haven't heard asked. So for number 1, this is We Santa 2012. This is number 1. Number 2 is We Santa 2020. And then number 3, and this is really little picture, is a reindeer. This is the PDF, so you can enter if you are overseas. It is called Reindeer, and it's a little 4x4. This is generously donated by the French giraffe. So cute. And she also donates a copy to myself, and I'm going to definitely either be stitching this during July or I will be doing it for Christmas because I think it's so cute. And then this is not a giveaway. This is just something additional. The French giraffe, again, I'll link her below and I will remember this time. Someone reminded me I had forgotten. Thank you so much. She offers a free PDF each month. And this is the one for this month. And it is a lemon wreath. It's coming out tomorrow. So cute. Okay. So in order to get the PDF for free, you need to go to her Instagram, which is the French giraffe. And there's a link to sign up for her free PDF. And she will email it to you. So if you're interested in that cute wreath, sign up for her emails. Go check out her her Etsy shop. She has a lot of really cute stuff. She has Santas from all around the world. She has all kinds of other things. So go check her out. Enter for the giveaway. I hope you guys have a great week. Tomorrow's July 1st. I will be posting my start of an Uffindell tomorrow. And I might get some Christmas stitching in tonight, just as a little head start. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great week. Have a great 4th of July. I hope you guys stay safe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.